Street both ways at the light, south 144th Street. Speed limit 45 sign on the right. (146th Street both ways). (148th Street both ways. 5 to 518, 405 Renton Berrien Junction 1/4 mile sign on the overhead. South 150th Street both ways. Street both ways at the light. 518 Berrien to the right, Renton second left, 5 to 405. South 154th Street both ways at the light. No right turn, advisory sign on the right. Sign on the right, east 518 left, 25405 Renton. Street to the right. South 160th Street both ways at the light. Unlawful to cross 18-inch yellow barrier line sign on the right. South 167th Street to the left. South 170th Street, both ways, to the light. South 176th Street to the left at the light. Sea-Tac Airport, arrow to the right, sign on the right. Sign on the right to 5 south, Tacoma, left lane. Sign on the right to 5 south, Tacoma, to the left. South 188th Street, both ways at the light. South 192nd Street, both ways. South 200th Street, both ways at the light. Road advisory sign on the right for South 204th Street. Speed limit 45 sign on the right. South 204th Street, both ways. No right turn advisory sign on the right. Street on the right. South 208th Street advisory sign on the right. South 208th Street, both ways. South 211th Street, private road. South 216th Street, both ways at the light. Sign on the right, entering Des Moines. Street both ways, 220th Street south. Street to the right, 222nd Street. Street both ways, 224th Street south. 226th Street to the right. East 518 to 5, Kent left 1/4 mile, 518 west Des Moines, right 1/4 mile on the overhead sign. It's junction 516, 1/4 mile on the right, sign on the right. Overhead sign, east to 518 to 5 to Kent. Next sign, Pacific Highway South straight. 518 west, Des Moines, 0 to the right. Into a left turn lane, sign on the right. .518 both ways at the light. Sign on the right, Kent. City limit, speed 25 miles unless otherwise posted. Speed limit 45, sign on the right. Sign on the right, Saltwater State Park, Highline Community College, right, 1/4 mile. Sign on the right, Saltwater Street Park, Highline Community College. 240th Street, both ways at the light. Street to the right, South 248th Street. Pedestrian crossing advisory sign on the right. Street both ways, 252nd Street. Sign on the right, driver licensing, arrow indicating to the left. Center entrance at the light to the left. Speed limit 45, sign on the right. Milepost marker 14 on the right. Sign on the right, unlawful to cross 18-inch yellow barrier line. South 260th Street, both ways of the light. Street to the right, south 268th Street. Sign on the right to Interstate 5, arrow indicating to the left. Mile post marker 13 on the right. Redondo, next right sign on the right. At the light both ways, 272nd Street. Into a left turn lane sign on the left. Road advisory sign on the right for 279th Street. 279th Street to the right. Unlawful to cross 18-inch yellow barrier line sign on the right. Street to the left, 283rd Street south. Mile marker 12 on the right. Street both ways at the light, south 288th Street. .509 south, dash point, right 1/4 mile, sign on the right. .509 south, dash point, arrow indicating to the right, sign on the right. Street to the right at the light, south dash point road. Road advisory sign on the right for 18th Avenue South. '18th Avenue South on the left. Milepost marker 11 on the right. South 304th Street at the light. Speed limit 40 sign on the right. Pedestrian crossing sign on the right. Street both ways at the light, 308th Street. South 312th Street, both ways at the light. Speed limit 40 sign on the right. Sign on the right, 2-5, arrow to the left. South 320th Street, both ways at the light. Sign on the right, park and ride, arrow indicating it's to the left. Sign on the right, driver licensing, indicating it's to the right. Street both ways at the light, 324th Street, south. Speed limit 50 sign on the right. 325th Street to the left.
I have
330th Street south, both ways. Three 333rd Street to the left. Mile post marker 9 on the right. South 336th Street, both ways at the light. Street to the left, no name. Sixteenth Avenue South. Three 343rd Street to the right, private road. East 18 to 5, Auburn North Bend, left 1/4 mile sign on the right. East 18 to 5, Auburn North Bend, arrow indicating to the left sign on the right. Street both ways at the light, 348th Street South. South 351st Street, private road, both ways. Speed limit 50 sign on the right. And South 356th Street, both ways at the light. Unlawful to cross 18-inch yellow barrier line. Sign on the right. Road advisory sign on the right for South 359th Street. South 359th Street to the left. Speed limit 50 sign on the right. Pedestrian crossing advisory sign, 35 miles per hour when flashing. Milepost marker 7 on the right. Sign on the right, way station 1 mile. No left turn indicator sign on the right. Sign on the right, truck scales closed. (373rd Street to the left, just a little bit back there. The 374th Street to the right. Entering Pierce County sign on the right.